Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, first of all, let me start by saying, let me apologize for my voice, you guys. My voice sounds horrible. I have had a cold, a very chesty cough, and believe it or not, my voice sounds good right now. As you guys probably have noticed, I didn't give you guys a perfume tray video last week, and that's because I was speaking and the words were literally not even coming out. I was literally squeaking. Like, it was horrible. Absolutely horrible. So I decided not to do a video because I felt like it would have been ridiculous and it just didn't make any sense. So I didn't give you a video. My voice is a lot better today, but still not back to usual. I've been drinking my honey and lime and everything else. Calpol, literally drinking it to try and, recover or whatever the case is. But this is how I'm sounding right now. I hope I don't sound too bad. I guess while I'm editing this video, I'm going to hear how my voice sounds. And that's going to determine whether or not I release this video. But please, I do apologize and bear with me because, yeah. So this is a week before last week's perfume tray. I didn't get a chance to update you guys on this tray. And obviously this week ran over, or should I say a week before last week's tray ran over into this week. But I just wanted to give you guys an update on how I did with my tray. I did manage to stick to my tray. I did manage to wear a majority of these fragrances. And I just realized while I was looking at my tray that I didn't wear my Aloe Folie, which is weird. I didn't realize that. But again, once again, I look at this perfume as a nighttime scent. And unfortunately, even though I tried to change, categorizing my scents, I did anyways, and I didn't wear this perfume. But I'm going to transfer it to this week's, to this week's tray. But these fragrances were, all the scents from last week. And I'm going to have to say my Narciso Rouge was actually the star of this week, you guys. And the reason why for that is because I really enjoyed wearing this scent more than I expected. Of course, iris and rose, most, prominent notes in this fragrance. It's a powdery, florally musky rose scent. There is some tuberose, sandalwood, vanilla, tonka beans, a very sexy notes in the baseline. And it's kind of like not really hard to believe, but when you spray the fragrance, you don't really like experience all that sexiness. But wearing it, I'm gonna have to say, I thoroughly enjoyed wearing this fragrance. It was absolutely beautiful, I would say. So this for me was definitely the star of the week because I enjoy this fragrance way more than I expected. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed this scent. So with regards to the rest of the tray, you guys, any updates and notes? This one right here, Junoon Noir, you guys. I wore this fragrance to bed and nearly died, okay? I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but I nearly died. I had to get up, take my clothes off, go downstairs, get a cup of tea, wash my face, and I went to sleep with a robe on. Obviously, I didn't feel like going back in the shower. So what I did is I took my clothes off because the perfume was all on my clothes and my skin, and I wore a robe. So I tied the robe up and I went to sleep. And every time I opened the robe, the scent would hit me. Every time I turned and I opened the robe, the scent of this perfume would hit me. It is strong. Don't you dare go to bed wearing this perfume. You guys, this is a very sweet, strong vanilla scent. There are some slight citrusy touches, like it's airy, but it is sugary sweet vanilla sweetness. And let me tell y'all, it nearly knocked me out because it made me so goddamn nauseous. So if there's anything I want to tell you guys about this fragrance right here, do not wear it to bed. This is heavy. This is strong. This is a big one. So that's Junoon Noir from Al Haramain. I wore my Kylie Elixir 11. I can't remember where I wore it, but I actually pulled out my vanilla and I wore it with the vanilla scent. I doused myself with this perfume and the vanilla scent, and it wore beautifully. This definitely lingered on my skin. I can't tell you how long because I didn't really keep track, but it didn't slip away. It didn't disappear. It was really nice. It's really pretty. I love this perfume. I think it's sexy. It smells so good. It smells so nice. I love this fragrance, you guys. It's an absolute pleasure to wear. Okay, this baby right here was memorable. I wore this. I'm not quite sure where I wore it because, again, this is a perfume that I often neglect. I should have said I resolve to wear during the spring and summer, so I haven't worn it all year round. But when I wore it this time around, it was beautiful. It didn't slip away quickly. It lasted a bit, but it was a beautiful, the scent profile. The scent of this fragrance, it is soft, it is sweet, tropical smelling, fruity, beautiful scent. It's soft and tropical and fruity smelling. I love this perfume. Definitely enjoy wearing this fragrance. So that's Robe by Rihanna. Everything else I really enjoyed wearing. I actually this is one of the fragrances that overlapped into the next week. I actually wore this with Good Girl Gone Bad. So I wore this with Intoxicated. And I wore it to, unfortunately, I wore it to my great aunt's funeral this week. It doesn't really leave any bittersweet memories in my mind, I mean, in terms of, you know, the scent being associated with the service, because it was actually just a service, and then she's actually going to be, you know, shipped overseas, you know, TMI. But I wore these two fragrances together. This one definitely outshined Intoxicated. I put Intoxicated on, and it wasn't shining enough. It was just too clean and spicy and eerie. And I wanted something to smell good and clean and sweet, but not too like crazy, not too strong and overpowering. So I pulled out my Good Girl Gone Bad, and I layered it with my Intoxicated, and that was absolutely beautiful. My Mon Paris wore well as per usual. Very fruity scent. It wasn't that memorable. Very fruity, strong fragrance. Soft, or should I say fruity and fresh smelling fragrance. Definitely enjoy wearing this perfume. So yeah, overall, these scents were an absolute pleasure to wear. So what I'm going to do is take these fragrances off, and I'm going to show you guys the fragrances that I'm selecting for this week. So I am going to give you guys an update on the fragrances that I wore last week. So that's going to be a separate video, because I figured the usual pattern of my fragrances is to give you guys an update on how I wore my fragrances from the last week's tray, and then went into this week's tray. So I am skipping a week, but I'm going to update you guys on a separate video of all the fragrances that I wore last week. But I'm going to show you guys what the fragrances are that I'm selecting for this week. So stay tuned. Alright, so the first fragrance I'm going to bring out for this week is Angel Muse EDT. Now, this is a fragrance that I very rarely reach for. And that's because this perfume has a passion fruit note in the opening that kind of comes off sour when you wear it. Okay. It starts off with that sour, you know. Okay, yeah. Extra citrusy opening, as in some chocolate, caramel, vanilla. It goes into a sweetness. As in the chocolate kind of takes over after this fragrance.
Mommy, you don't have any chocolates.
No, Mommy don't have any chocolates. Chocolates in the perfume. Okay? Go watch your tablet for Mommy, please. Go watch your phone.
Chocolate in the perfume?
Yes. Chocolate is in the perfume.
I don't want to taste it.
I wouldn't want you to taste the perfume either. It's not meant to taste it. So as I was saying, so this fragrance, it settles down into a beautiful sweet chocolate, you know, scent. But that opening does bug me a little teensy-weensy bit. But I'm going to wear this fragrance. I'm going to bring it out because this is a perfume, again, I do not reach for. But I definitely think, you know, why not just bring it out this week. Now, this week's tray, unlike most trays, it goes in one direction, so to speak. But this week's tray, I'm just like, I'm like bringing out some really heavy, interesting, strong, somewhat special fragrances. And that's because you guys are going to see in the video that I released of what I wore last week, I brought out some really sexy fragrances. And it kind of got me in a mood. Plus, I spent the weekend out, you know, and the weather was lovely. So I'm turning it up a little bit. So these fragrances are going to be in that direction. They're going to be a little bit more special than what I would usually pull for on a weekly basis. So next up, I'm going to be bringing out Kylie's Vanilla. And this is a sugary sweet, brown sugary, powdery, woody vanilla scent. Beautiful fragrance. I actually layered this scent last week with my Kylie Elixir, but I don't wear Kylie Vanilla 28 on its own. So this week I'm going to bring her out and just let her shine. I tend to layer them together because obviously it's a very beautiful scent to layer with. So this week I decided to bring out Kylie Vanilla 28. I'm going to wear this fragrance by itself. I might very well end up layering it as well. I just love layering, you know. I just like that in Kylie fragrances encourage you to just wear more than one scent. Because really and truly on a daily basis, I feel like wearing like more than one scent on a regular anyways. So I'm gonna bring out Kylie this week, try to wear by herself, but I'm gonna use that as an excuse to layer it with other fragrances as well. Next, I'm gonna be bringing out Instant Crush this week, you guys. And this is a spicy, sweet saffron, ginger, musky, vanilla, woody smelling perfume. It smells really nice. I get a lot of saffron and ginger. You get the spices. It's beautifully blended, a really nice scent. It just smells really good. It does have some leathery touches in here. So it does have somewhat of a, a heaviness to it. But it's a fragrance that can be worn all year round. So I definitely look forward to bringing this perfume out right at the moment. This is just me kind of amping up my fragrances and kind of like bringing out those heavier scents, which I wouldn't normally bring out, unless I'm doing something special. But the purpose of these perfume tray videos is, of course, to rotate and wear my fragrances irregardless of the category that I have them in. So next up we have Twilly Ear Pulse. This is a more spicy patchouli rose scent. It smells like a lotion. It smells like suntan lotion. It definitely smells like holiday. It gives me holiday vibes. Like I said to you guys, this one here has a you definitely get the patchouli and the rose in here, but there is a lotiony vibe to this perfume, a suntan lotion vibe to this scent that makes the fragrance smells a little bit tropical, or should I say it makes it smell like holiday. That's the vibe I get from this perfume. But of course it smells classy, and it definitely smells like, a classical French fragrance. So for me, I'm going to be bringing this fragrance out this week. And this is a scent that I very rarely pull for. I think I wore this the last time. My partner gave me a very strange compliment. But I'm going to bring her out nonetheless, you guise. So Twilly de Hermès Ear Pulse. This one is coming out this week. Next up, we have Carolina Herrera Good Girl. And this is the original. Again, now you guys probably would have seen my previous video where I hauled this baby and I felt absolutely in love with the scent profile of Carolina Herrera. The only part about this scent is that it's not as strong as people say it is. This is a sweet vanilla, tonka bean, tuberose scent. It's florally, eerie, a little bit citrusy and sweet. You get the tonka bean, you get the vanilla, you get the tuberose essence, but it's a very eerie scent. Very eerie, sweet, sexy scent. For me, I can do it intense. This perfume don't give me strong vibes, but it is most definitely a beautiful scent. There is a clean vibe to this perfume. It has somewhat of a clean scent mixed with a very light green essence to it. It's a very interesting blend, but I think it's a very beautiful fragrance that I look forward to wearing, for the spring and summer or just all year round period. But it does not give me strong vibes. It's not a strong fragrance. So I will most likely be overspraying this baby when I wear her. Next up, we have Kylie's Deja Vu White Flower. And this is a sophisticated white floral scent. A sophisticated oriental white floral scent that you can't get enough of when you wear it. It just smells so good. I don't know. It smells so good. The florals in here, the combination, the blend, the sexiness, the classiness, the womanliness in this fragrance. I love this perfume and I look forward to wearing this fragrance. This is a perfume, of course, all Kylie fragrances I heavily spray down because, they are on the lighter side, but the scent profile is just everything. This is such a classy, womanly scent in my opinion. So Kylie Deja Vu White Flower is coming out this week. Of course, Aloe. I didn't wear this perfume last night. This is a sweet, fruity, a little bit dark rose, sweet vanilla scent, you guys. Has in bourbon vanilla, so it's a really sweet, sexy vanilla to it. And of course, it has the rose. I think there's some red currant in the opening. Beautiful fragrance. I didn't get to wear last week, but I'm definitely going to wear it this week. I'm not going to let this week slip by without, playing with this fragrance, you guys. So Aloe is definitely coming back out on the tray for this week. Let's just make some space. Next up, I'm bringing out my Vie A Belle. And this is a beautiful orange blossom, citrusy, sweet, vanilla, patchouli scent. It is soft in terms of the blend. Okay, beautiful, smooth, sweet, fruity smelling fragrance. It's just strong. It's strong. It wears well. It's a beautiful scent that I very rarely pulver, but I'm bringing it out this week because it deserves some love, you guys. So that's my Vie A Belle. I'm happy to bring her out because this is a scent that it's a beautiful fragrance that deserves all the appreciation, but I just very rarely reach for it, you guys. So my Vie A Belle is coming out this week. Next up, I'm bringing out my Apple Brandy, which I have not worn in a hot minute. Now, people would like to describe this fragrance as a bit on the fall side because of the citrusy, airy, apple brandy essence to this perfume mixed with that cedar, and it's quite light and airy and transparent. This baby is coming out for the spring and summer, no doubt, and I'm gonna wear this week because I haven't worn her in a minute. It comes off very like clean, very crisp, very like neat. I don't know how else. It just comes out really crisp and clean and neat and sweet. And you get, of course, the apple brandy essence. You get the apples, the pineapple essence in here. So, but the cedar is very, very sexy for me. Apple brandy is sexy. And this is one of the fragrances that I would most likely leave for a special occasion. But again, the purpose of this video is to bring out all my fragrances and wear them and rotate them. So we're going to be wearing this bottle of sexiness this week for sure. So that's my apple brandy. And last but by no means least, I have my Aqua Vitae Cologne Ford from MFK. This is a citrusy, aromatic, musky, airy, bergamot scent. It smells like chlorine. It has some solar notes. It smells like sunshine. It smells like you're on a pool deck and the sun is shining. And you have the essence, or should I say the remnants of chlorine water, drying up on your swimsuit. And it's just, it's refreshing. The breeze is blowing. A beautiful, bright, sunny day laying by the poolside. And this is pretty much the epitome of this fragrance. This is so beautiful. I love this perfume. So I look forward to many days like this during the spring and summer, you guys. Even though I don't know when I'm going to find all that sunshine. I really do hope you do get that amount of sunshine. So Aqua Vitae Cologne Fort, this fragrance is going on my tray for this week, you guys. All right. So there you have it, you guys. This is this week's perfume tray. I do really hope you guys enjoyed, selecting my fragrances for this week. If you made it to the end of the video, please do give me a very big thumbs up. If you guys are new here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit that notification bell so that way you will be notified for every single perfume tray video and every other video that I update. And until next time, see you guys in my next video. Bye.